I'm going to talk about how I almost lost and destroyed my fairly new a6700 camera when using the SmallRig cage. Uh, SmallRig makes a nice solid cage, fits good in the hand, uh, and allows you to put a lot of attachments on it. But it's got a little bit of a flaw, at least my version did. If you're using Peak Design straps like a lot of people do, these basic shoulder straps have these little mounts, and you can put these clips on the cage, and it has in the manual it calls these two strap mounts to be able to hook straps to the camera. So I mounted these Peak Design mounts in here and hooked it through the strap, but I was out basically at the ocean on a long extended pier. It's just covered in rocks all around and sort of out into the water, and I'd only had this strap on for a day and walked about a mile and a half or so, and the edges of these things are so sharp that it actually sawed all the way through. And this is a real Peak Design strap, so these things are really strong. But it had actually a brand new one had cut all the way through, and it completely ripped apart in just a mile and a half of walking with it. And around these mounts on the side, if you use a big shoulder strap, they may be okay, but for those little links like that, this part is so sharp on the edges of it that it actually, just swinging back and forth around my neck, cut through this, and one side of the camera broke loose, and I was able just to catch the neck strap in time before it hit the ground. It would have went in between the rocks where I was at and down into the ocean on it if I hadn't caught it just a split second. After reading up on these, I looked through the owner's manual, and they call these strap mounts here, but if you look at it, they're really not intended to use something like these Peak Design mounts on them. If you're going to use this type of strap system, you're only supposed to attach them at the bottom. Where you have these type of mounts, it's a round little smooth area here that you can mount two of these on and connect your strap to. And it only has one of these on the SmallRig, whereas like the newer cages, they have two of these rounded pins up at the top of the cages, whereas the SmallRigs don't have those. They have that sharp edge to it. And you can also use these QD mounts, which have a plug that just plugs into it and it locks securely in there. And so with these, you're only recommended to use this mount and this mount on the bottom if you're not using a standard camera strap. The flat old style camera straps are made to go in here, and that's the only thing that's supposed to go in there, from what I've read and received an email from Peak Design. So I recommend not using these things. Some people on this may be not as sharp as mine, but it was sharp enough to cut this and almost caused me to lose the camera. Most of the time I carry a bigger strap. I use one of the larger Peak Design straps and mount this type of mount on the bottom that usually comes with a wrist strap. I connect it to the strap this way and just screw one of these into the bottom and mount it like that. And this is a lot safer, more secure, and it stays on there, but your camera does hang upside down. But you're also going to have it hanging upside down with the type of plug strap, that connector here, or the two straps here. So just think about that. Some people might get lucky and their cages not be as sharp around the edges, but with me, I came super close to losing a $1,400 camera by one of these getting cut through. And this is the actual, not an aftermarket cheap mount. It's actually one of the real D-rings from Peak Design. So in the future, if you're using one of these cages, you might think about that. At least check your mounts a lot. But like I said, in a mile and a half, that was all it took of walking to cut that in half. And if it wasn't for just luck of catching this strap, it would have been gone in an instant. So something to think about if you use these. Just safer using the bottom connectors on there and go that way. So please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.